Close your eyes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Willow and Roots. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading is part 2 of what happens if I surrender to spirit. Now we're going to be looking at timing, right? So when is the right time for you to surrender to spirit? Now we're going to be looking at signs or things that you will be doing that will indicate that it's the right time for you to see if you are ready to surrender. And that means to fully devote yourself to spirit. We're also going to be looking at what you should be focusing on during this time and also what actions to take when it comes to surrendering to spirit. Okay, so we're going to be using a French deck. Now, this is my birthday week. Actually, my birthday is over the weekend. So I received some delightful decks, but they're French. I don't speak French. Yes, my name is French, but I don't speak it, right? I am Jamaican. But this deck is amazing. Omrazi, and what it is, it's a tarot oracle deck, and it has the major arcana, so the trumps cards. However, they're in subcategories. So if you think of all the major arcanas, there's subcategories for each card in the major arcana, and it's called families, right? So for instance, everyone loves the High Priestess, right? So I'll use that card as an example. Now with the High Priestess card, there would be a family or a category where it's you to your higher self. So it's you connected to your higher self. And there would be a message regarding that, right? Another category is the family of the supreme alchemy. So that is a lot. That's giving me like magician vibes as well. So again, two opposite things coming together or creating something new, or it could even be how your views may have changed or evolved, right? Becoming a different person. Think Phoenix Rising vibe from that. There's also a family of consciousness. So self-centered consciousness to universal consciousness. So consciousness of the self, and then I guess collective consciousness or something greater than yourself, right? We do have from the sacred to the divine. We have the path of the initiate, and then we have the game of the divine. We also have cards for the 7 rays, right, which is really, really cool. And then there's 3 cards where it discusses like gratitude. I think it's more for like ways of being, like being grateful for and being graceful, etc. It's really, really interesting and a wonderful deck, and I really appreciate it. It has blown my mind because it feels very personal, but it goes deep. This is not surfacey, cards where we just deal with light healing and those around you. This is actually really focusing on the universe within, if you know what I'm saying. It's really, really deep and powerful. So this is an amazing deck. I'm also going to be using the Star Tarot. Okay. And for advice, Oracle Glade, this deck. Right. It's just images, cartomancy type stuff. Right. Okay, so let us get on with this reading. So there's 3 options here. So I'm going to show you the images of the cards. Now this deck is in French. It is not in English. So I had to do some translating, right? So I had to go online and translate these cards. And I'm going to have to do it for the entire deck because the guidebook, everything is in French. I cannot wait for the release of the English version. Whenever that happens. But yes, let's get on with it. So we have this card. That's option 1. Option 2. And option 3. Wonderful. I'll show you them again. This is option 1. This is option 2. And this is option 3. Right. I'd also like to tell you guys that if you are interested in being mentored by me, there's only 2 more spaces. So after those places are filled, I will not be offering mentorships until June, right? So until the summertime. So again, if you're interested, just give me a shout, but there's only 2 spaces left. Once those spaces are filled, June is going to be the next time when there's going to be an opening for mentorships. So once again, option 1, option 2, and option 3. Now you can pause the video, choose a card. Let's get to it. Hello, option 1. For those of you who selected the first card, here's your reading. So you guys received the Devil card, and it's under the family of Games of the Divine. Now the title reads Sacred Places. The message on the card is initiatory journeys to the center of being, right? So we have here a deep connection to the self. So what I'm picking up is a time period as to when you will know that you are ready to surrender to spirit is when you are comfortable with yourself, right? Or embracing yourself and not being ashamed of your experiences, right, in life. The Devil card gives me the energy of like patterns. So it could be negative patterns, addictive patterns, etc. But it's just things that you do that I'm hearing creature of habit. Okay, so whatever habits, whatever patterns, whether that be again negative patterns or repetitive patterns, I'm hearing, or there's even the patterns of like not wanting to come out of your shell. It's easy for some people to just not wanting to try new things. So you have things that you want to do, but you refuse to do it. You're remaining in your comfort zone. But this is saying when you are no longer worried about what anyone else thinks, or you don't feel that shame, not judging yourself harshly, being comfortable and embracing who you are and your experiences, that's when you are ready to step on this path to truly surrendering to spirit. We're talking about devotion here, right? So that's one of the timing cards, the energy surrounding that. I'm also getting spiritually, like when you go to certain sacred locations or historical places, you will be able to pick up on the energies there. So the energies of the past or events that happened there. That's another clue and sign that will indicate that you are ready to truly step on this path, to devote yourself to spirit wholeheartedly. The Devil card here reads of passions, following your passions as well, right? So it is not always negative. It is not always like you're an addict and you need to break out of something. Sometimes we have passions that we don't feel comfortable with making a reality. And it is saying that once you break out of that mold of restricting yourself from certain experiences, right? Again, not worrying about what others think or being embarrassed, right, about what you like. That's also another clue as to it being the right time for you to start moving on the path of surrendering to spirit. A lot of the experiences that people have when they embark on this journey, it is self-assurance. So truly knowing yourself, not being easily swayed by others. Of course, being open to hearing others out, right? But you know what you want to take on board or not. You know what is right for you and what isn't. So again, it's that being sure of yourself, right? And with the Devil, being able to spot traps that some people put out there, right? Now with the Game of the Divine, what I'm picking up with that, and I'm not necessarily sure that it was intended in that way for this deck, the meaning that I'm about to express, but sometimes spirit puts us in certain situations to see how we will react. Okay, how will we overcome the situation? How will we evolve in that situation or from that situation, right? There is a feeling here of change, like drastic change. So sometimes challenges are put on our path and we're meant to overcome them. We're meant to be in the energy of finding solutions, being optimistic, being level headed, right? Being calm to the point where we're able to see things clearly, and also trusting, right? So it's giving me like a test or a challenge to test your faith, or to test how it's the faith in the self, the faith in spirit, and are you ready to walk the path with me, I'm hearing, right? So that's what I'm getting from this. For each challenge that you overcome, it's like, again, you learn more about yourself, you become more comfortable with who you are, because the words center of being, right? So it's getting to the core of the self. That's what I'm feeling. It's getting to the core, being able to recognize even certain patterns, again, like habits, behavioral patterns, learning from that, picking up on it, seeing yourself and the way that you are, recognizing it, again, not being ashamed of it, and being able to heal or move past it, not being easily swayed or lured. This is having a mind of your own. Again, really, really getting to the core essence of who you are and understanding yourself. These experiences build you. It opens your eyes to that original self. And once you're in that space, that energy, that's when you are ready to truly surrender. But this is giving me, again, a lot of tests, a lot of challenges, testing your dedication and loyalty, I'm hearing. Okay. Let's get some tarot. I'm seeing like the palm print here, and that represents game of spirit or game of the divine, and it's like that original blueprint. That's what I'm hearing. It's the blueprint of the original self. It's what makes the soul. It's almost like the best way I can put it where it can make sense is the ingredients that was added to create you, the soul, all the key components and elements, right? It's getting to that space, that place. Okay. What should option 1 be focusing on right now? Oh my gosh, I just I just realized that with this card as well, you are the person that is being initiated, right? And it's saying journey of the initiate to the original being, to the self, through these experiences. And it's like each experience is a trigger, but also a breakthrough. Interesting. Okay, what should option 1 be focusing on? Okay, so we have here 10 of Pentacles. Wow. We have overall well-being here. Okay, that's way too many, and I'm not taking them. Right, I'm getting here like the original plan. So if you had a plan for yourself, for your life, that may appear far-fetched. So it could be wanting husband, wife, kids, house, great job, savings, being able to travel once or twice a year, etc. Right? A lot of comfort, living a very, very comfortable life. It is not losing sight of that. It is actually taking the steps to make it a reality, because Spirit is on board here. So whatever is your ultimate wish, your ultimate dream, the outcome that you want, Spirit is saying to, again, take the necessary steps to make it a reality. So we're talking about if it is needing to move towards finding a job that will afford you that wonderful life, it is stepping on that path to no longer fantasizing about it, or when you hit roadblocks, giving up. It is saying not to give up. It's looking for other solutions to make it a reality. The same thing with family, right? Or wanting that perfect scenario or situations. You're going to have to be taking the steps to making it happen, because it is very possible here. That's what Spirit is saying. I'm seeing the key here. Look at that. You hold the key. I mean, look, anything that you want to achieve, it is possible. The impossible is possible. And Spirit does reveal a lot of miracles in this world. We see it, but we don't see it, if you know what I mean. We don't take it on board. We can see something that is miraculous, absolutely amazing. How the hell did that happen? And we get an inkling of there's more to our existence or what we believe. And then once we step away from that, we're back to not believing. We're back to, oh, well, that could have been a fluke. It's unbelievable how the human spirit can just fade like that or sway. Okay, may I have another card? Four of Wands, the home. Wow. Building that firm and solid foundation I'm getting from this. Right? So we're getting a lot of family card vibes here. Right? Building something that is stable and long lasting. Wanting that happily ever after. And you can fill in the blanks as to what that happily ever after looks like for you. But it is saying focusing on building your stability. So this could be financial, this could be a business, this could be buying a home, saving to buy a home. Yeah, we have the Wands card here, which is about energy as well. The energy and the things that you do, the effort you put into making this happen. It is being fully on board with what you want your outcome to be. And that's what Spirit is saying. That's what you need to be focusing on right now. Being fully on board and having everything in place as to how you're going to achieve this Ten of Pentacles. This stability, this very comfortable life that you want to have. And it's never too late. This is at any age where you can actually have comfort. Like be in a position where you're not you're not worrying about money or well-being either. Longevity. It's telling me that you are the one that's in control of this. And all you have to do is to take the first step towards, again, making this dream or this vision that you have for yourself a reality. We have grapes, lots of grapes. It's like the time is now. Being optimistic as well about what you want. Okay. We have the Magician. Look. Guys, you are the master. You hold the keys to the outcome of your situation. That's what it's saying. It's all on you with the Magician here. It's a very good time for you to really put that energy into bringing a lot of your dreams to life. It is not something that you should be ashamed of at all. It's actually you being sure of yourself because it is your life But more importantly, you're going to show that this is possible, especially when it comes in. You're going to show others that, look, this is real. Spirit is real. A lot of people's belief, it does sway a lot. It's also telling me that the path to spirit, when you surrender to spirit, and that involves you, again, putting in the energy, doing the work as well. So again, putting the energy into making your dreams a reality. That is expressing true devotion to spirit. The spirit within and the spirit, the oneness, right? Source spirit. It is all interconnected here. A lot of people don't realize that they have to be a willing participant in their life in order to achieve certain gifts, certain blessings from spirit, because it shows that you want it. It shows that you love and respect spirit, you're devoted to spirit, but it's something that you truly want. That's amazing. Okay, let's get an oracle card. Okay, what guidance do you have for option 1? This is really interesting. It's not much that you guys have to do. The Star. Wow. Look at that. You are protected. You are protected no matter what. All areas of your life is protected. That's what this tells me. And if we're going to use the Star card in reference to the tarot, I mean, that's the wish card. It's also the card of connecting with spirit, working alongside spirit as well. So very healing. So it's stemming from the self, working through or recognizing you, dropping all restraints, dropping all judgments of the self, and truly moving on this path to achieving the life that you always wanted but feared wasn't possible. This is nice. So I'm going to end the reading right here because I will be doing a part 3. Wow, this is beautiful, guys. I really, really think that whatever you want to achieve, start putting things in place to make it happen. Start making the steps, whether it be doing your research or just now doing, like actually getting your hands dirty to make it happen. Get on it. Okay? Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. It's your life. Remember that. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings and 2 spaces left in the mentorships. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected the second card, here's your reading. So you received the Empress card, right? And it's in the family of the Path of the Initiate. The title of the card is Initiator's Magic. And the message is, I become aware of the refined expression of my innate sexual nature. Wow. Empress energy, highly feminine, that very fertile, abundant side of yourself. And again, if we could flip this for the masculine, it's that very fertile energy, that very primal, raw self. That's what I'm getting from this, right? Especially when it says, I become aware of the refined expression of my innate sexual nature. So we're talking about that raw core self. The raw core feminine, the raw core masculine. The path of the initiate. This is the journey that you are embarking on. Connecting to that true nature, that true essence. So that's one of the signs, right, of you being ready to surrender to spirit. And that is when you truly embrace your primal natural nature of the primal feminine, the primal masculine, right? Just truly, I'm hearing like to magnetize. So to draw in that energy, really knowing how to use the yin yang energy, right? So there's a balance, but the side that is more dominant to you, that's where you're going to do less of and tilt the scale balanced by being in the opposite energy. So if you are a female and you're masculine dominant, so it's not balanced, it's off, you're going to be tapping more into that feminine energy to make the scales more balanced. And it's the same thing with the masculine, right? So if you are a male and you're more dominant in the feminine energy, you're going to be tilting the scales and tapping more into your masculine energy, that raw primal side of the masculine. So we're not talking about, aggression. And with the feminine energy, we're not talking about overly sexualizing things. That's for both. We're not talking about that. This is a very personal card. Okay, so this is you embodying that energy, embracing it, and seeing it as a part of yourself and not being ashamed of it. Okay, so it's not what you are projecting onto others. It's not you projecting or others projecting onto you. It is not that. This is about you, your path, your journey, you connecting to this side of yourself. Now, for some of you who are prude, this is, again, coming out of your shell and embracing this side of you. Right? So an exercise that you could do if you are someone who is prude is get to know your body. So you're looking at the body parts, okay? And getting familiar with it, seeing the beauty of it and understanding how it works. So again, it's not going out there and getting up to all kinds of mischief and disrespecting your body. It's not that. This is you becoming more connected and comfortable with your body and that essence as well. The essence of the masculine or feminine. Now that is actually a sign. Once you're in that space where, again, you understand it, you're able to use that energy as well to manifest things in your life. You are now ready to surrender to spirit. That's one of the signs of the timing. Not being ashamed of that, but not forcing yourself on others or having others force themselves on you. It's completely being radiant, like being sovereign, being respectful of yourself. That whole graceful energy. But it's you, again, embodying this, and it radiates through you. And you don't even have to try hard. It's like that. That's when you know that the timing is right. Beautiful with the Empress as well. That's where great abundance will then come towards you. You will be receiving the abundance. You will be receiving the signs from spirit that, okay, you are now ready to walk on the path. Beautiful. Let's get some tarot. Candles represents like the illumination, starting to see that within yourself. There's a candle next to this woman. That's that magnetic energy as well. Okay. what does option 2 need to focus on at this time? Okay, Queen of Cups. You see what I mean, yeah? See? Queen of Cups. It's giving me that self-care vibes, right? So emotionally comfortable with the self. So getting familiar with you, liking and loving parts of yourself, seeing how parts of your body works and how it feels to enjoy it. Okay? For woman, yeah, the chalice here, womb energy. That's for the females. So we have like womb massage, massaging the womb, again, connecting with the sacral chakra here, right? Really, oh my God. Okay, so for you guys, there is embracing the energy of an orgasm. I don't know where the hell that's coming from, but that is a part of this pile, right? It's the power of the release, male and females. Like it's not doing it to get off quickly and then that's it. This is actually truly feeling and collecting data, almost like processing that whole experience, being able to break it down, like break down how it makes you feel when you experience that. So truly being present while that's happening, which is quite interesting. A strong vibe of intimacy, right? Having that very strong bond and being deeply intimate with yourself. I want them to fly. Yeah. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Beautiful. For those of you who are sexually frustrated, this is actually for you. And it's actually you doing it to yourself. Okay? Getting reacquainted with yourself. There's nothing creepy or wrong with it. That is really interesting. Okay. The moon flipped over. Oh, that's the moon. It flipped over. Okay, but I don't read reversals, but I'll take it into consideration. Oh, I'll show you again upright. Right. So I am getting a release when the moon flipped over. We got the Hermit on the bottom. Right, so this is very much so personal. Very, very personal. And it's not what I expected on this journey to surrender. But there is a need to release bottled up pressure. Again, it's even stuff that's swept under the carpet. You might not be aware of it, but through getting reacquainted with yourself, really connecting with yourself intimately and having that major release, learning how to release tensions and pressures, being comfortable in doing that. It's giving me also that is a way of teaching you how surrendering feels. I know that's a little bit strange, but being in or having an experience that is beyond your control. So when you're going through it, it is beyond your control. And when it passes, it's that exhale, that release, that major release. And in that moment, where whatever is built up is out of you. That is the sensation of what truly surrendering feels like. So it's teaching you how to understand what surrendering feels like, the essence of it. It can be a bit embarrassing though to do, but again, it's stepping out of that and being comfortable with yourself. We do have the moon cycles. It's giving me time. It's giving me, this is something that you need to work through, get comfortable with doing, where it becomes second nature. I'm looking at the Hermit here badly. I mean, the Hermit is just really standing out. Again, very personal, but this is something that you need to do until it gets to the point where you're super duper comfortable and where it's like nothing. You're not going to be blushing or anything like that. And that's when you're ready to walk the path. Next card is the Knight of Wands. And that's exactly it. Knight of Wands is like, okay, it doesn't really care, right? It's like nothing surprises the Knight of Wands. You can ask the Knight of Wands, like, do you do that to yourself? The Knight of Wands will look at you and be like, yeah, I do it every day. Don't you? It's like that energy where you're just free. You don't have any hang-ups, any restrictions. You're truly comfortable with that side of yourself. Wow. This is definitely not what I was expecting. This is a major release. And then look at that with the Moon card. It's like passing this hurdle. Then you're able to step on the path up. It is getting comfortable with yourself. Truly intimate with yourself. Okay, may I have an advice card? Oh, two. Wow. So we have, this is the name of the deck, Oracle Glay, and it's like to see, the Oracle to see. I also have seen translation where it means age, so Oracle age, but it's like to see, being able to see, right? Or the seer, like that type of energy with the name. Now we have card number 36, and this is all about solitude, but taking the time to do self-reflection or questioning the self. It's called the shared heart, this card, and it's like having periods of solitude to question the self, to reflect. So it's giving me hermit vibes again. So it's a period of reconnecting with that side of yourself. One side is whole, one side is familiar, and now you're tapping into that gray zone or unknown area that you are curious about. It's now tapping into that and becoming comfortable with that side of yourself, because you have to be at one and at peace with who you are in order to embark on this path. But this whole exercise of really getting to know yourself intimately is teaching you how surrender feels through that particular experience. That is amazing, guys. Wow. And then with the title card, or Oracle Glare, it's like, then you will see, then you will have clarity. Wow, this is beautiful, guys. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings and 2 mentorship places left. Information on that is in the description box below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 3. For those of you who selected the 3rd card, here's your reading. So you guys received the High Priestess card, and it's in the family of me to the higher self. So you and your higher self, or your connection to the higher self. The title of the card reads, My Body, My Temple, My Kingdom. And the message is, may each of our gestures and our acts be lived in the nobility and the conscious of our royalty. Now, this is definitely giving me an energy of being truly connected or in alignment with your higher self. It's like your higher self is your higher self in human form. That's the best way I can explain it. So it's not like you have to consult your higher self like what we normally do. This is your higher self in your body having the human experience. So you don't need to consult the higher self. The higher self is actually walking around in your temple, in your body. It's like that. That's how connected you are with your higher self, right? You don't have to meditate to connect with it or to, again, consult it. It is just existing presently within you. It's so hard to explain it, but it's like the higher self having the human experience, right? That's, again, fused with you. Interesting. Now, it's also giving me with the message where everything that you do, every action, every reaction, everything you say, you think, etc., should be done with grace and with self-respect. So respect of yourself and respect for others, right? This is you living as a sovereign being, like living in your greatness. So you totally respecting yourself, and in that you will be respected, because if you respect yourself, you will not tolerate disrespect, right? So it's also giving me what you put out, you get back in return. Living and treating yourself in harmony, living with grace and gratitude. If you look at this card, this person is in the pose of surrender here. Person is completely vulnerable because they're nude. But it's like truly devoting yourself, your life, to spirit. But also this is you at one and at peace with yourself and willing and open to having the complete and full human experience. This is having non-judgment of yourself and others. This is having that a complete open mind to the endless possibilities out there. It is recognizing your individual position in the oneness and also the collective position in the oneness. So you as the individual and you as the collective. It is just you totally being you and trusting. And what is interesting is that is the time frame. That is when you will know when you are ready to surrender to spirit. Devotion to spirit. Truly surrendering. That's gorgeous. And this one is incredibly powerful in the sense that non-judgment, it plays a major role here. Being truly, truly open to, it's not exactly questioning things to try to break it down to get to the initial meaning of things. It just is. It's getting to that point where everything is connected in the strangest way. You know, challenging experiences and good experiences. It's not having to break things down. I'm hearing micromanage as well. It's not having to do all of that. There is something very freeing about this energy with the High Priestess. It's like realizing that once you let go of needing to know the answers, that's when you will receive the answers. That's when you will be blessed with divine wisdom. Nice. Okay, let's get some tarot. That's the time frame. That's when you'll know you'll be in that energy. Okay, let's get some tarot here. Gosh, all three piles, I'm getting chills with you guys, but all three piles are very unique. I did not expect to be receiving some of the messages that I received. Oh my goodness. If you want to watch it for, you know, entertainment purposes, the other piles, do so, because it is crazy. Okay, what should option 3 focus on at this time? Okay, 2 of Wands. Wow. Okay, 2 of Wands. The Moon. Wow. Sun and the Moon. Okay, masculine and the feminine. Okay, so we got those cards. Jumping bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords. Not restricting yourself, so we have the Queen of Swords. Nice. And 8 of Wands. So we got a lot of energy here. Nice. Connect those two. 2 of Wands is giving me with the Sun and the zodiac wheel. It's giving me like, it's like recognizing or working with the transits. It's a major clearing out. That's what I'm getting. What you should be focusing right now are clearing out certain habits, beliefs, stuff in your environment, right? People. It's almost like preparing yourself for a major change. It's like you are evolving, you are changing, with you connecting with your higher self in that way, like fusing, becoming one, being totally in alignment with your higher self. There's certain qualities or aspects of yourself that needs to be released. It is actually going to be released quickly with the Queen of Swords and the 8 of Wands. It's giving me impulsive energy as well. I'm getting like needing to make snap or quick decisions out of the blue. So it's almost like situations are going to come up where you're going to have to make a quick decision. And it's giving me that with the Queen of Swords and the 8 of Wands, especially the Queen of Swords, the initial answer that you get is the right one. The one that comes quickly is the right one. The one, it's before you second guess yourself, right? That's the right answer. That's the right decision or path here. But something out of the blue that you're going to have to decide on, and it's going to have to be quick, that is going to be coming up, and you're going to have to make a snap decision. Be aware of the transits. So I'm looking at the zodiac here. You represent the sun. Looking at your natal chart or doing astrology can help you with this. If it is a decision where you have time before you have to give your answer, looking at the natal chart or what planets are transiting certain houses and how it affects you, looking into that. Because sometimes certain transits puts us in an energy where we're not fully there. We're not fully fit to make certain decisions. So using that to help you, right? For some of you, it's looking at your natal chart, getting more familiar with that. There is Saturn return vibes as well here. So it is that rites of passage feeling, like a new milestone, right? Example, stepping out of your teens, now moving into adulthood, or from your 20s, now you're into your 30s or 40s or 50s, so on and so forth, but milestones, right? Okay, I feel like dropping one more on the moon. May I have a card for the moon? The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Look, guys, there's something coming out of the blue coming. There is something out of the blue coming that is going to require you to make a snap decision here. It is actually life-changing. Okay, Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands. Princess of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Okay, we have the baby steps card here. Okay, learning how to make snap decisions. So it's thinking on your feet or deciding on your feet. Being able to, it's using evidence. So what is before you or how it can benefit you. Learning how to not sit on something and then let it pass you by. It's stepping out of that energy, and this is really tapping into snap decisions. May I have a card for the Two of Wands? The Star. Beautiful. This is divinely orchestrated here. It's a change in direction on how you are living your life, how you treat yourself. That's what this is showing me. Almost like becoming more spiritual, or choosing to walk the path or live the life of someone who is spiritual. So we're getting like a hermit vibe or a shaman vibe, that type of energy, but it's truly devoting yourself to spirit. That's what this is giving me. We got the healer card here. I am really feeling with the Page of Pentacles. It's learning, but it's saying taking your time, not wanting to rush into it. So certain decisions are made on a whim, learning how to do that. But if it is something to do with a lifestyle change or walking the spiritual path, it is giving me that you need to make sure that you are learning, processing all that there is or all that is presented on that path. Okay? What you need to know. We have the Fool here. So this is something new. Wow, I really am getting like Phoenix Rising vibes. A total life change here. And okay, that's what it is. That is what it is. For you guys, what you need to be focusing on right now is deciding if you are ready to surrender to spirit. That makes sense with the card again, with you and your higher self in alignment. You guys are actually at the point where you can walk on the path. Choose to walk the path. That's what this is saying. That's amazing. Good. Let's get some advice. Wow. It's like a new journey. We have the Fool and then we have the Page of Pentacles. It's like relearning or being a student again, being an apprentice again. It's like seeing something new with fresh eyes. But you have a choice here. Okay. Okay, so we have the card of the Hospital. And it's giving me here lifeline, the message. 35 reducing to 8. The symbol of infinity. Connecting with the oneness. and that balanced flow of energy again from one point to the other, from spirit to you, vice versa. But we have here lifeline, healing, being a lifeline. Okay, let's see what else we got. We have here the parchment paper. So this is a contract. All right. So I'm now convinced, and it's 61 reducing to 7. That's for me the number of spirit, right? This is the right time for you to decide if you want to surrender to spirit. Like now, it's up to you. Again, there's no pressure, but you guys can actually surrender to spirit right now. That's extraordinary. It's like you're ready now to create this contract. You're ready to devote yourself fully. That is amazing, and it's up to you. Wow. So I'm going to end the reading right here. This is good. I am going to be doing a part 3, right? So I'm just going to need to sit on that for a bit, think about how I'm going to play that, like exactly what we're going to be reading about with part 3. But this is amazing. Look at that. You have the little pen here for you to sign. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings and 2 mentorship places left. Information on that is in the description box below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Open your